It's game day, Japfest, round 1, Pro 2. As you seen in the previous episode, practice, we did only get 6 laps, but the last 2 runs we had, we were pretty confident in the car. So Aero, Gary and Robert are here, warming up the car now. We've made a few very small changes in it. We don't want to go too far from where we were yesterday, or in the previous episode. Just for qualifying, we need to be smart about this and be careful as well. You have 80 drivers, so it's a mission in itself to get into the top 32 here. So every little bit counts today. The lads are gone through the car, they've checked everything, and yeah, we're ready to send it. We're out in the first practice group. I'm going to put the GoPro in the car this time. I didn't get it last time, so I'll put the GoPro in the car, and I have Gary and Abby spotting today, so I have 2 spotters in 2 different points of the track, just so we have 100% feedback from the 2 spotters exactly what's going on. So yeah, here goes nothing. It is going to be a challenging day, but as I says, just got to try our best. It is the first time out in the car, first competition, first time ever driving a chassis, first time driving a turbo car, first time driving a car over 450 brake horsepower. There's a lot against me this weekend, but we're going to try our very, very, very best to get into that top 32. And after that, it's a win for me. I don't even care if I lose the battle on top 32. Getting into the top 32 is the ultimate win this weekend. If we can do it, great. If not, it's still a win. We've still built a really good car. But enough chat. Let's get into this car and let's see what we can do in it today. We just had our first run this morning, shook the nerves off a little bit. We had a pretty good run, just coming off the wall run out to the last clip, which was clip 7. I carried on too long on the wall, and there's a whole lot of marbles and rubber and stuff there, and when I went to transition it just snapped me. So Abby and Gary are doing an unbelievable job on the radio. It's really working out for us having 2 people in 2 different spots on the track. So I've got the feedback, we know how to rectify it, and yeah, practice was slow to start this morning, but it's actually starting to pick up now. Fair play to the IDC lads, Kevlin on the start line there, they're really pushing it on, so that's what we need this morning, and hoping to get another 2 runs, and yeah, feeling pumped, and let's do this. condemn cutting your own fiberglass?
Cut enough of it every day.
Yeah, so just a little bit of clearance to do here. The wheel is just catching, but it's only minor. It's only minor. Car's going very well. We've just got the call for qualifying, so we're going to have to get ready now and go for qualifying. Yeah, we only got 2 runs this morning, but look, we're not doing too bad, especially our first weekend out in the car with 0 seat time at first time. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're going well, going as best as we can, and I think we need to be a little bit tentative in qualifying, but still put in a good banker of a run, because yeah, we need to get a high score. We can't really leave it to the second run because it's just way too much pressure. So we're looking for a high 80s in the qualifying run. It's down to me now. Hopefully we can pull it off.
To drifting, no stranger to the car scene in the last 10 or 15 years, runs old school, new school, as you said, and here he is in this new chassis, first run for Niallgoesdrifting. A couple of issues there already, you can see, having to make some steering adjustments here from Niallgoesdrifting, Mike, in the first half of this run.
He needs to find another gear there. He sounds like he needs to be on the hill, possibly. He just didn't take a chance on the first run here, but he was hitting the limiter. Nice run, second half of the run here from Niall, just hesitates there before we engage in the clutch and straightens up a little bit as a result. But it's the first round, it's the most taxing track of the year, Rob. It's the hardest entry in Europe, possibly, maybe along with Riga. This first corner, it's famously hard, and it's just a 67 there from Niallgoesdrifting.
67 on the board for Niallgoesdrifting. First run, of course, still one more run to go. We move it on to
This year with SR24, you can follow Niall on YouTube, and he runs the old school, new school show as well, of course, and he's a big man in the scene, you know, to get stuff organising things. So let's see what he can do on the track, Rob.
Yeah, Niall, no stranger to drifting, no stranger to the car scene in the last 10 or 15 years. Runs old school, new school, as you said. And here he is in this new chassis, first run for Niallgoesdrifting. There already, you can see, having to make some steering adjustments here from Niallgoesdrifting, Mike, in the first half of this run.
He needs to find another gear there, Rob. He sounded like he needed to be in the next gear from here on. Possibly he just didn't take a chance on the first run here. It's the hardest entry in Europe, possibly, maybe along with Riga. This first corner is famously hard, and it's just a 67 there from Niallgoesdrifting.
So we're just back in from our first run. Felt pretty okay to me. I came across on the radio 67, so it's definitely not going to be enough to get into the game. Felt like a lot more, but just not enough. So Gary and Robert are here. We're changing wheels now, changing tyres. The rain is coming down pretty heavy now. Could possibly be a wet run on the next run, so we're preparing for the very, very worst. It's going to be all or nothing on the second run. We're just going to have to put it all out there. Scoring is very, very high with a huge grid, so yeah, it's all or nothing. So we're just queuing up for our second qualifying run. Jerry and Robert may change the car. New tyres on, different pressures. It may be a little bit too much gripped up. It's hard to know. There's rain falling here, the windscreen is wet. Still a couple of cars off, so when they get to the start line, I don't know if the track is going to be wet or it's going to be dry, but the lads are keeping a very, very close eye on it. we're out of the, we're at the minute, we're outside the drop zone, so really it does rely on this next run. It's not the way you really want it to be. Yeah, it's just going to have to drive this thing as crazy and as safe as possible. Like on these runs where you're out with the top 32, you have to put in a safe run, but you also have to do a good sort of exciting run as well to get that high score. There's a lot of lads spinning into first clip now because it is gone greasy, so I won't really know. I can't really say until I'm at the first clip.
I list the people and Niall, you're on the list saying that you didn't qualify yet.
So I was just on the radio there. What are they saying, Abby?
I'm not a list. And it was like Conor Rafferty, Niallgoesdrifting, all these people that have done IDC for so many years and they're not qualifying. So you need to go out and fucking show them that you can qualify.
Yeah, so you've just heard that. Yeah, we've been doing IDC for years and we're out of the drop zone, so that's more added pressure that we really didn't want.
You need a high 70, like you need to put in a good score. You're not going to qualify if you don't.
That's the pressures we're dealing with, lads. Right, we're going to do what we can do and yeah, see how it goes.
Straight. We're going to rock it straight on to our next driver, which is Niallgoesdrifting. He's sitting on a 67, going to have to improve upon that if he wants to qualify. Currently the drop zone is a 70.3 from Kieran McNamara, who has had his second run. So we're going straight back to the line. It is going to be Niallgoesdrifting, old school, new school car show for that, of course, raising money for charity over the last number of years. Taking the drifting, as you said, driving that BMW for a number of years, making the swap to this 180. So we saw him suffering a couple of gremlins in the first competitive run in that new car, but it's a 67, which at the moment isn't good enough to qualify, so you have to improve upon that if Garrity wants to get through to battle action later on this afternoon here in Nolan Park.
And making improvement here.
Second run for Niallgoesdrifting here at IDC, round 1 of 2024. Here comes Garrity over the hill in Mondale Park. Big flick entry from Garrity already.
So it is the next day here at Japfest, and thanks to SP Tools sorting us out with the hat today. It's actually looking a bit funny wearing the hat. I never really wear hats, but thank you to SP Tools for that. Yeah, yesterday at the Pro 2, didn't really want to talk on camera. Yeah, didn't really go to plan first. On the first run, as you were seeing just before this, we got a 67. Just a bad entry. It was just a faint entry, and it wasn't an entry the judges were looking for. And then I had another wobble on the wall, so that got us a 67. And of course, then before my second run, the rain started to come down. It didn't come down heavy, but it definitely was enough to leave the track greasy. So yeah, we did grip up the car and fired it in way too hard and had a spin, but we didn't hit anything. The car's 100%. We have it on display here today at Japfest. So if you have seen it or tagged me on Instagram, thank you very much. But yeah, we've lots to learn in the 180 and lots of setup to play with and things like that. But I think for the work we're after putting in the last 2 months and to just fire it in across the hill here in Mondello and for it to work relatively well, I think we've done pretty okay. So from here on, it's improve, and hopefully we can learn from this experience this weekend. And yeah, next round is the 27th or 25th and 26th of May in Watergrasshill. So if you are close around there, do get down to that and come and see us there. We definitely going to make improvements on the car for Watergrasshill, get a better result, get used to this S chassis. But thanks to everybody for their support. It has been great and it's probably got us here. But yeah, I'll do a quick montage of the car in the car show and I'll leave you with that. And yeah, on the next one we're going to go through the car again, we'll bowl check it, we'll start to make changes, but I'll keep you all up to date on it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It wasn't what I really wanted to bring to you, but it is what it is. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.